The NATO summit in Chicago drew thousands of anti-war protesters and sparked confrontations with police. These heated protests created a training ground for Tampa Bay area law enforcement. Tampa Police, the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office, and other local law enforcement agencies spent 2 days in Chicago observing the crowd and preparing for our own RNC convention. Our Carson Chambers caught up with them and a Tampa Bay protester to find out what they learned.
30,000 protesters rallied in the streets of downtown Chicago during the NATO summit. Nestled in that crowd of mostly peaceful protesters was a coalition of Tampa Bay law enforcement.
It gave us an opportunity to see what will work and what may not work here.
Larry McKinnon of the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office shared his account of a boiling point confrontation.
And what was finally left over were the true hardcore anarchists that just refused to obey any orders. And when the Chicago PD went in to move them, you know, they were literally breaking the signs off the end of their sticks, and you could see them, if you were up close, jabbing them in the legs.
Some demonstrators threw bottles and paint and hoisted crowd control barriers at police. 4 officers were hurt. Protesters were too. Tampa Police Assistant Chief John Bennett was there, preparing for what the RNC convention may bring to Tampa.
And whether you're from Europe, Canada, Tampa, St. Petersburg, Missouri, it's how you act in the end that you'll be dealt with.
You are engaging in unlawful conduct.
Hamil was also in Chicago when police tried to clear the streets after a rally. He says police officers in riot gear incited confrontation.
We didn't see any violence whatsoever from the protesters during the rally or the march until the police decided to show up and force people to leave.
Hamil filed permits with the city to protest in August. He says they'll protest peacefully. But local law enforcement says, like Chicago, there will be a handful who won't. In Tampa, Carson Chambers, ABC Action News.